Hey YouTube, welcome to my new small YouTube channel where we talk about credit cards, points, and miles. And in this video, I want to talk to you about a card I've been finding myself using more and more lately. That's the IHG Premier card issued by Chase. Over the last year, I've been using this card and I've gotten a ton of value from it. And I'm hoping by the end of this video, you can get some value from it too. So coming up in no specific order, I'd like to talk to you about the benefits of the card, some of the more notable perks, the annual fee, the welcome bonus, how this card earns. If you wait all the way to the end of the video, we'll talk about how this card fits in my setup and how I like to use the card for my travel needs. But before we get into that, let's talk about IHG. What is IHG? Well, IHG is an intercontinental hotel group. They have 19 different brands, everything from luxury, the boutique, the budget-minded properties, spread worldwide. They have 6,300 properties worldwide, and 3,900 of those are right here in the United States. So let's get into it. Let's talk about how you're going to earn points with this card. IHG typically is running some pretty good sign-up bonuses. Usually it's 140,000 IHG reward points for spending $4,000 on the first 3 months of opening up the card. But at the time of this recording, February 2025, they have a very generous limited time offer right now. And that's 170,000 IHG reward points for spending $4,000 within the first 3 months. After that, you'll receive 5 times the points at dining in restaurants, 5 times the points at gas stations, 5 times the points on travel, and 3 times the points on everything else. Now, as far as the travel category goes, I do know that it's flights and hotel stays. I'm not sure if anything else is included in that. If you know, comment down below and let the viewers know. Now, if you use this card at an IHG property and you book the property to the IHG Chase card, you receive 10 times the points for being an IHG reward member, 10 times the points for charging it to your card, and an additional 6 times the points for being an IHG Platinum Elite member. Speaking of Platinum Elite, you do get that status for opening up this card. That is the second highest status offered by IHG. Some of my favorite perks with that status is the early check-in, the late checkout. You get a welcome amenity, which is usually extra points or a drink upon checking in. And everybody's favorite when it's available is the free room upgrade. Now, I did mention that this card has the annual fee at the beginning of the video. The annual fee on this card is $95 a year. I get it, nothing to get excited about. But what you can get excited about is all the time and money you're going to save with this card, and I'm going to tell you how. First, no foreign transaction fees. When you're traveling abroad, you don't want to be swiping your card and worrying about transaction fees. You know what else you don't want to worry about? Long lines at the airport. This card will give you a TSA pre-check or global entry credit. It renews every 4 years, up to $120. I went with the global entry because global entry comes with TSA pre-check. And here's a pro tip. If you've gotten this credit from a different card already, just book it for a friend or somebody else. Use your card to pay for their global entry. Chase will remove the charge. One benefit that I get the most value from now is the book 3 nights on points, get the 4th night free. The way that works is if you book 4 consecutive nights and you're paying with points, 3 of those nights are paid with the points, 4th night's free. Simple. Great benefit. You can use this as much as you want. Then the last and final benefit that everybody loves is the annual free night certificate. When you renew this card at the end of the year and you pay your $95 annual fee, you get a free night certificate that's valued up to 40,000 points. That certificate is good for 1 year. And here's the kicker. If you want to stay at a room that's 60,000 points, you can pull points from your IHG account and top that certificate off. And if you don't have the points in your IHG account, this is something I should have mentioned earlier. Chase Ultimate Rewards will transfer to IHG, and so will Bill. With Chase, as long as you have the Sapphire Preferred, Reserve, or the Ink Preferred, you can transfer those points over to your IHG account and book a room. Something to remember when you're transferring your points, though, from Chase or Bill, you can transfer them from those programs over to IHG, but you can never transfer them from IHG back. To finish up the video today, I'll tell you about a couple of the stays I've taken with this card recently, and I'll go ahead and give you some final thoughts. To start, if I'm not booking for at least 4 nights, I'm not going to use points because I like to get maximum value and get that 4th night free. So my first trip of the year last year, I stayed at the Casino Niagara right on Niagara Falls. The hotel was the Crown Plaza. Now, I didn't use points to book this room because it was only a weekend, but they did recognize that I was Platinum Elite and they gave me my free room upgrade. Thank you, Crown Plaza. Next, I went to Ocean City, Maryland. I booked 3 nights on points, got my 4th night free. Unfortunately, I didn't get a free room upgrade, but I did have a room with a balcony on it anyway, and that was enough for me. And my last and final redemption that I made was just a couple weeks ago. I heard about this place from Luke's Points and Miles. He likes to stay at the Kimpton Seafire in Grand Cayman. They were full, but I had my heart set on going. So I booked the IHG property next door at a place called the Hotel Indigo. It cost me 210,000 points for the first 3 nights. I got the fourth night free. But actually, I earned 8,500 of those points back because anytime I would get drinks around the pool or eat at one of the restaurants on the resort or even just get a coffee at room service, I said, hey, book it to the room number. And I got that 20 times per dollar spent for using the card at that resort. Now, some final thoughts about the card. It's just a no-brainer. With the booking 3 nights, getting the 4th night free, and your annual free night certificate, that well exceeds the $95 that you pay a year for this card. Even if you only pull the card out for your IHG stays like I do, I think it would be worth it for you. Plus, if you have kids and you're running them around with their sports teams and you're on a traveling soccer league, you never know when that free night certificate can come in handy. Or if you're going to be staying in those hotels anyway and you're booking them with the card, that's up to 26 times per dollar spent will add up quick. With that being said, thanks for watching my channel. If you liked it, please like and subscribe, and thank you.